Welcome to episode 28 of Mouth Dancing with your host, Young. Thank you all for tuning in. I really want to thank you for that. I guess none of you are really tuning in though unless you're using an actual radio, which I really doubt. Probably listening to this on the internet, right? Or through podcasts, some kind of podcasting app. Pretty crazy that anyone with a microphone can have their own show these days. It's basically what I've done here. That's why there's so many podcasts these days, because pretty much anyone can do it. And there are just millions of podcasts out there now. Most of them no one listens to, kind of like this one. Let's say I have like 8 listeners a week, and one of those downloads is usually mine, because it just automatically downloads, because I'm subscribed to it. I wonder how many other listeners, or I wonder who exactly the other 7 people are who are listening to it. People I know, probably, maybe. Maybe there's someone in there who I don't know. And whoever you are, should let yourself be known. Get in touch with me, and let's talk about it. I want to know what it is what you like about it, so I could do more of that. Because I need to know. I need some feedback. I need some reviews and likes and things like that. In like on Apple Podcasts or just any platform where you're listening to it. Leave some comments. Even bad ones. Probably better than nothing, which is what I have right now. I left a review for myself, and that's the only one that's there. So if anyone's out there listening, please, comment, subscribe, leave some sort of a review or a rating. That would be good too. I need to know. We all need to know. I'm growing this thing organically, like an organic carrot. Organic carrots, they don't use any pesticides for those. They probably just use like manure as fertilizer. They don't use any chemicals. Kind of crazy to think that you could eat a vegetable that grew up in like a pile of cow or chicken poop, but none of that poop is actually in the carrot, I'm not sure how that works. It's not like, I guess it just takes the nutrients out of the poop, right? It's not like the carrot sucks up poop through its roots. So it's okay. You're not eating poop when you eat an organic carrot that's been fertilized with manure. Have you ever seen one of those dogs who can skateboard? It's usually a bulldog for some reason. Or like I think it tends to be like a smaller dog that's pretty low to the ground, has like a low center of gravity. But they can just hop on a skateboard and just ride around. Some of them can even push themselves. I've seen that with bulldogs quite a few times. They seem to be drawn to skateboarding for some reason. And they carry it around in their mouth. I think there are some surfing dogs too. Wouldn't that be crazy if your dog was a better surfer or skater than you? And you were jealous of your dog? I wonder if anyone gets jealous of their dogs. Like, they think their dog is getting way more attention than them, so they get jealous. Like if someone says, hey, you have a cute dog, and then they're like, what about me? You don't think I'm cute? Then they go home and, act like a bitch to their dog because they're jealous of it. I wonder if that ever happens. I think if I met someone like that, I would slap them in the face. I'd probably punch them in the mouth if I could. So that, like, most of their teeth fell out. But then I would get charged with assault, and I could end up I could end up going to jail for that, which would suck. People always talk about if you go to jail, you're gonna get like raped by people. I wonder why that's the first thing that comes to people's minds when they talk about someone going to prison. Like, oh, that person's gonna get raped. Does that really happen a lot in prison? Because if it's happening a lot, that means they're letting it happen, right? They know it's happening and they're just letting it happen. Otherwise, they would have done something about it by now, right? That's pretty messed up. I heard in prison, too, that everything is racially segregated. So if you're a white guy, you're going to hang out with all the white guys in prison. If you're a black guy, you're going to hang out with all the black guys in prison. And if you're an Asian guy, you're going to hang out with all the Asian guys. So there aren't too many in prison from what I've heard. But there are enough to form like a gang. But then again, there just aren't that many Asians in America in general. I think the population of Asians is like 4% of the whole population. And then Latin Americans, they form their own segregated group. I think every once in a while, like certain races will team up, like the whites and the Latinos. Maybe the Asians get thrown in there, I'm not sure. Wonder what it would be like if I were in prison, if I would survive or not. Or I don't know, I'd probably get killed pretty fast. So I have too much pride, and I just can't tolerate any kind of like insult or slight, I'd probably get killed really fast. But maybe that would be a good thing, because being in prison for a long time seems like it would really suck. I wonder if I'll end up there someday. Hopefully not. Have any of you out there been in prison? If you have, what was it like? Did you enjoy your stay? I heard some people like being there. They intentionally go back there. Like once they get out, they'll commit a crime. And then they'll just go back there because they don't know what to do with themselves. You get free meals there and free lodging. And I guess once you figure out how to survive in there, then you're set pretty much, right? People can sneak in like cigarettes and drugs for you. Like you're, I don't know, the person you're dating on the outside. I heard prisoners get lots of girlfriends too. I'm talking about male prisoners, straight ones. I heard that they have a lot of fans. Like women are really attracted to them. For some reason. Maybe it's that instinct that some women have where they're gonna like get with a messed up guy and then change him, right? Because the guy falls in love with her so much that he'll do whatever she says and she'll be able to change him into like the kind of man she's always dreamed of. That seems to be a fantasy for some women. Like they're gonna fix the bad boy, right? I don't think that really works though. Maybe in some cases it does, but if someone's like really just a bad person to their core, I don't think you can really change them. They can probably act like they've changed, but then maybe one day they'll slip up and do something, But I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a guy blabbing into a microphone right now. So don't take any psychological or psychiatric advice from me, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, but they get pretty resourceful in prison. They make they make their own food and like drugs, I think. Yeah, they make their own alcohol in prison. I wonder if they figure out a way to get high off of poop. I heard there's this drug that you can do with, I think it's called jenkem, where if you ferment poop in like a bottle or something, you keep it closed and then you huff it later. Like you huff the fumes, you get really high from that. I think that's how it works. That would be a crazy drug to do. huffing your own poop fumes. I wonder if there's anyone out there who's a jenkem junkie. That seems like it would be the best drug to be a junkie for, because you just have to poop to get it. Everyone poops. You don't have to go out there and buy heroin from some shady person, right? And it seems relatively safe. You're just huffing poop fumes, right? It's not like you're huffing glue where there's lots of chemicals. And, yeah, and I mean, you wouldn't have to inject it, so you wouldn't get a bunch of track marks in your arms. It would be kind of funny, though, if you had to get your fix all the time, so you'd have to carry around fermented poop in a bottle with you everywhere you went. So, you're at work trying to be like a normal person. No one knows your dirty secret. And then you go into the workplace bathroom once in a while and just huff jenkem. I wonder if there's anyone out there like that. Yeah, I've never really heard of someone who's a total junkie for it. It just seems like a very recreational drug that people do once in a while. But maybe there are junkies out there for it, and they're just, no one knows about them. They're sort of in the underbelly of society, And then you go to their house, and they have a secret room or a closet where they're making a bunch of it. So this person, every time they pass a stool, they put it in a bottle, and they close the bottle, and they put it in their closet. They never let any of their poop go to waste, because they're that's precious jenkem right there. I need that. Yeah, but that would be a fairly wholesome drug to be addicted to, I think, compared to cocaine, which can really mess you up. I heard some people do so much cocaine that their septum pretty much dissolves or disappears. So there's just a big hole between their nostrils. I don't think jenkem does that to you. And then there's heroin, which is obviously pretty bad. Meth heads look terrible. They look like the worst drug addicts to me. That's the drug I would least want to be addicted to. You get acne and your teeth get all fucked up and you get all shriveled up looking and your hair falls out, and meth head's just absolutely fucking crazy. I would never want to be a meth head. I mean, I guess marijuana, I don't know, is that even really considered a bad drug these days? Not really. I guess marijuana is pretty close up to being one of the drugs that's the least unattractive to be addicted to. And yes, as far as what I was saying earlier about jenkem, it's not like I would actually recommend you go out there and get addicted to it, because I have no idea what its long-term effects are. It could actually be pretty bad for you, so don't follow any of my advice about that. It could be totally wrong. I'm just guessing that it seemed pretty harmless compared to other drugs, but maybe it really fucks you up. Maybe some of the people you see who are in dire straits, they lost their home and all their money, maybe they're jenkem addicts. They're so addicted to it, they had to poop so much that they spent all their money eating food to make it. Or they got kicked out of their house or their apartment because it stunk so bad, because it was full of jenkem that they were making. It's better to get addicted to sports and reading books and going to museums and studying coding and going for walks and loving your loved ones. It's better if you're addicted to stuff like that. So if you're going to get addicted to something that's good for you. And with that, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next week. Bye.